Hello students, Apna Study presents you the Hindu news bulletins for the 25th of July. Before we start, don't forget to like, share and subscribe.
National news. Dainik Bhaskar Group and Bharat Samachar Group income escapement detected.
Income Tax Department searches premises linked to Dainik Bhaskar Group and Bharat Samachar Group. Group involved in businesses in various sectors including media, power, textiles and real estate, with turnover of over 6,000 crore rupees per annum.
NSO's Pegasus spyware.
Jamal Khashoggi was murdered and dismembered inside the Saudi consulate in Istanbul. A day before his friend was murdered, a report alleged that a cell phone used by Omar Abdulaziz, a Saudi dissident activist living in exile in Canada, had been infected by Pegasus, the notorious malware sold by Israeli company NSO Group. By infecting Mr. Abdulaziz's phone, Pegasus might have got information on his thoughts and movements. The company fiercely denied allegations that its products had anything to do with the killing, but refused to say if it sold Pegasus to Saudi authorities.
Maharashtra. The death toll in the torrential rains rose to 112 on Saturday.
Over 1.3 lakh people have been shifted to safer places as rescue work continues. Water discharge from dams led to floods in Kolhapur, Sangli and Satara. Chief Minister Uddhav Thackeray visited Taliye village in Mehar Tehsil of Raigad district.
Ham radio in the Sundarbans during a cyclone.
Cyclone Yas made landfall in northern coastal Odisha and battered coastal West Bengal. The administration had to wait for connection to be restored to assess damage and send relief. A few months after Yas, the district administration of the South 24 Parganas decided to train local youth from the Sundarbans in operating ham radio sets.
CBI searches premises of former district magistrates and nearly 20 gun dealers.
CBI searches premises of then district magistrates and nearly 20 gun dealers in Jammu, Srinagar, Udhampur, Rajouri, Anantnag, Baramulla and Delhi. The alleged illegal issuance of over 2.78 lakh arms licenses in J&K from 2012 to 2016.
3 militants killed and a soldier injured in a gunfight in Bandipra.
Sepoy Kamal Dev Vaidya was on operational duty in Krishna Ghati sector on Friday. He accidentally stepped on the mine and it exploded, injuring him critically, officials said. Sepoy was killed in a mine blast along the line of control in Jammu and Kashmir's Poonch district.
Centre denies having a two-child policy.
Uttar Pradesh government's draft policy proposes disincentivizing those with more than 2 children and even bar them from government benefits. Uttar Pradesh's draft policy, set out in a draft bill, is now open for public comment. Minister of State for Health and Family Welfare Bharti Pawar underlined the centre had no plans for a two-child policy.
International news. Australia's two biggest cities, Sydney and Melbourne.
Anti-lockdown protests in Australia's two biggest cities spark violent clashes with police in Sydney. Dozens of protesters were arrested after an unauthorised march flouted public health orders. Officers were pelted with pot plants and bottles of water as opponents of Sydney's stay-at-home order took to the streets in numbers. Police said they issued nearly 100 fines and arrested 57 people.
US Secretary of State Blinken to address human rights in India.
US Secretary of State Antony Blinken will visit India next week to discuss human rights in India. Blinken is expected to arrive in New Delhi late on July 27 and will meet with his counterpart S. Jaishankar and Prime Minister Narendra Modi. The meetings will cover a host of issues such as expanding cooperation on the security, cyber, defense and counterterrorism fronts.
Amnesty International calls for a moratorium on the sale and use of spyware.
Amnesty International calls for a moratorium on the sale and use of surveillance technology. The NGO warns of the devastating impact of the poorly regulated spyware industry on human rights worldwide. The NSO Group's Pegasus software is at the center of a storm after a list of about 50,000 potential surveillance targets was leaked to rights groups.
US President Joe Biden and Afghan President Ashraf Ghani concluding Taliban's current offensive is in direct contradiction to the movement's claims of a peace settlement in Afghanistan.
US President Joe Biden and Afghan President Ashraf Ghani agreed that the Taliban's current offensive is in direct contradiction to their claim to support a negotiated settlement of the conflict. The two leaders deplored the loss of innocent lives via targeted killings and the displacement of civilians.
Typhoon in FA hits Zhejiang.
Typhoon in FA is likely to hit the coast of Zhejiang province, south of Shanghai, on Sunday afternoon or evening. Large container ships evacuated from Yangshan port in Shanghai, one of the world's busiest shipping centers. Thousands of residents fled flooded communities and swollen rivers in the Philippines' capital and outlying provinces on Saturday.
Business news. India on track to reach $400 billion in outbound trade.
Commerce and Industry Minister Piyush Goyal dismisses investor concerns about land acquisition and labor laws. He said land, labor and capital were no longer a hindrance for investors to invest in India. The minister said India is on track to cross the $400 billion mark in outbound trade for the first time this year.
Mindtree's M&A targets for FY22.
Mindtree is actively looking at suitable, but selective M&A targets that will help the company further its digital vision for its global clients. CEO Debashish Chatterjee says demand for Mindtree's capabilities has risen significantly across both North America and Europe. For FY22, Mindtree expects Europe to grow faster than the US, albeit on a smaller base.
Sports news. Mirabai Chanu's silver at the Tokyo Olympics.
Manipuri Mirabai Chanu won India's first medal of the Tokyo Olympics. She is the second Indian weightlifter to win a medal at the Olympics. China's Hu Jihui set a new Olympic record of 94 kilograms. American Jordan Elizabeth Delacruz lifted 89 kilograms on her final lift, but it was ruled out due to technical flaw.
IPL preview: India vs Sri Lanka.
Varun Chakravarti could be in line for international debut against Sri Lanka. Devdutt Padikkal and Ruturaj Gaikwad could be another debutant. Prithvi Shaw and Surya Kumar Yadav set to leave for England. Hardik and Krunal Pandya are automatic choices in this format.